Hey travelers, thank you for joining me today on Travel Tip Tuesday. Hey, it's my second video for Travel Tip Tuesday. I'm on a roll, people. Yay. And in today's video, we are going to discuss how much you need to pay when you take public city buses in Lima. So a lot of this info probably applies to a lot of the other cities in Peru, but I just know mainly Lima, okay? But you can probably find this useful anyway. So where did I get my info from? From a very legit source. I got it from my grandfather, who was a crazy bus driver back in the day. So I know what I'm talking about, okay? So in today's video, right, we're gonna discuss the different bus fares. All right, the first one that you need to know of is directo. So directo means direct. So when you have a bus, and I've shown you guys in different videos, you have like the starting route or point and then the ending point, right, for this route. So directo just means you go from one end to the other. That's basically it. And that costs roughly 3 soles 50. So that's how much it costs. Now the next one is indirecto, which is indirect. And for this, maybe you go halfway through that route. So that's going to cost you about 2 soles. Every bus line is different, so they're going to charge different fares. Maybe it'll be 4 soles instead of 350 for the direct route. Maybe it'll be 250 instead of 2 for the indirect route. But it's roughly that price, okay? So that is indirecto. You don't go the entire route, you go maybe about halfway more or less, and you pay roughly 2 soles, okay? The next one is zonal. So zonal, I guess, is like zone. I don't know how you would translate that. But it's basically just kind of going from one district to the other, or maybe like 2 districts away or something from where you got on. And depending on like where exactly you're going through, etc., you pay anywhere from maybe like 1 sol to 150, depending on the bus line as well. And that's zonal. So for most places, if it's like a 20-minute bus ride, maybe 30-minute bus ride, and you stay within the same district, more or less, you usually pay about a sol, just 1 sol to get to anywhere. You know, from Miraflores to the center to downtown Lima, that's about, I would say, 1 to 150, depending on which bus you take. So if you take the blue buses, it'll be 150 if you go all Arequipa to the center. And if you take some other buses on a parallel street, it may be like 1 or 120, depending on what they want to charge you. So that is what zonal is. And for most places, especially if you're here as a tourist, you're only going to really pay about a sol or sol 20 to most places. That's really it. If you're living here, however, and you're going to really far away places and stuff, then yeah, you're going to probably end up paying a little bit more. But that's how much you need to pay, okay? Don't try to pay like 3 soles or something to go on a bus for 20, 30 minutes. No, like it's really that dirt cheap here in Peru to take public transportation. And I'll get into this later, hopefully I remember. But the next one is medio. That's the last one, and this is actually divided into 2 little subcategories. So the first one is escolar, and escolar is the term used to refer to children in primary and secondary school. So escolares, children that are in primary or secondary, they pay 50 cents to go anywhere. It doesn't matter if they want to go the whole entire route of the bus, they just pay 50 cents. That's how much they pay. The second sub-route is universitario, which is kids are in university. So they pay 1 sol to go anywhere as well. They don't have to pay anything extra. So that's how much universitarios pay. On special dates, however, during the year, you have to pay 50% more than the regular cost of your bus ticket. So if you, for example, these dates are on the 28th and 29th of July, during the Independence Day celebrations, you have to pay 50% more than your regular fare. On the 24th and 25th of December as well, the same applies. You have to pay more, 50% more. And on the 31st of December, 1st of January, you also have to pay 50% more. And every day of the year after 11 or 12 o'clock, depending on what the bus says. Usually it's 12 o'clock, I believe. After 12 o'clock, you have to pay midnight. You have to pay 50% more. So that's every day of the year. But on holidays, like all day, doesn't matter, you have to pay 50% more. So if you're traveling during the day, you still have to pay 50% more. So that is how much you need to pay. And a lot of times, like for example, if I take a route that costs me 120, and I'm supposed to pay technically that plus 50% more, right, on a special holiday or something, or if it's really late at night. So that would mean 120 divided by 2, 60, 60 plus 120, 180, right? Okay, so if I have to pay 180 a lot of times, what they do is they just charge me 150. They just round up to the next like 50 cent or dollar or sol. That's it. So it just really depends on the drivers, the bus line, just all of that stuff. So that's just to give you a rough estimate. Remember to always get your bus tickets, which will always be in different colors. They should always indicate the price that you pay for the route, the ride or whatever. So this is 2 soles, 1 sol, they'll be in different colors, and they'll tell you like the bus line and all that good stuff. So always make sure you get your bus ticket. I've discussed that in a previous video. Click up here somewhere to watch that video. And any other very useful videos related to transportation will either be presented at the end of this video or always in the description of the video. I usually have some useful links, or I try to include them. So that's it for knowing how much you need to pay and why it's really important to learn how much to pay on buses or how to take public transportation in Lima or in Peru is because you save a lot of money that way. Like ridiculous amounts. So one of the followers I met with also like realized this and started taking public transportation, even though it was a bit scary at first. But you really do save a lot of money, because even if you take like a secure taxi, and if you change the currency to like dollars and stuff, obviously like you think, oh wow, I can get anywhere around Lima, which, you know, if you're a tourist or you're living in Miraflores or something and you don't really go very far, just to a few nearby districts, you probably pay 15 soles at the most for your taxi to go and come to go, right? So 15 soles divided by 3 point, I don't know, something, or divided by 3 more or less is $5, right? So it costs you like $5 more or less to get to where you want to go to and back. Well, and $5 to come back. So it's really cheap, right? It's really affordable compared to where you come from if you're from the US or Europe, where taxis are really expensive. But if you do this every single day, if you take even a secure taxi and you pay 15 soles to go, 15 soles to come back, and so on, and you do this twice a day, so that's 30 a day, and let's say you do this 5 times a week, just 5 times a week, so that's 150 soles a week that you spend on taxis, and over the course of a month, that is 600 soles that you're spending on taxis, right? And if you divide this by 3, then that's $200 on public transportation. So if you, however, take a bus, and the bus costs you at the most $150 to go, $150 to come back, so you're spending 3 soles a day over the course of 5 days, so that's 15 soles a week, and you're doing this over the course of a month. So that's 60 soles a month that you're spending, as opposed to 600, was it? And so 60 soles a month is $20. So you can either spend $20 a month taking public city buses, or you can spend $200 taking taxis. The choice is yours. It's up to you. If you got the money to spend on taxis, go for it, do you. But if you want to save money, obviously, or if you're on a budget when you're traveling here, then public buses are your friends. They're not that scary. Unfortunately, the drawbacks to that is that you get stuck in traffic a lot in Lima. So what should be like maybe a 20-minute ride, 30-minute ride turns out to be like an hour and a half. So yeah, sometimes it pays to just pay a little extra for that convenience. So it's really up to you. That's your choice. But I really hope that this video has helped you, that you have learned lots of new stuff. And if you enjoy the information today, definitely give this video a thumbs up, a like. I get comments all the time about how helpful my videos are, more helpful than some travel sites. So I ask you to please do what you can to help a sister out, get her work out there to the world, share my videos when you especially find them useful in travel forums or websites or whatever, because there are other people missing out on this information. Because YouTube, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They need to like show me off to the world here, because a lot of people are missing out on this really useful information, and I already have a lot of work as it is, people doing my health coaching stuff. I can't try to go and promote myself on these websites, like, and plus that just doesn't seem cool, you know. It's better for other people that don't know me to promote my stuff. So if you can help me out by sharing my work with other people, especially in sites where, or on sites where they will definitely find them useful, please go ahead and do that. Please like my video if you have enjoyed this, because it really helps me out a lot when you guys like and comment on the videos. Follow me on social media if you like to stay in touch with me. Ask me your questions. I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. I will usually send you a voice message because a sister ain't got time to type. I got other stuff to do, so I just send voice messages, okay? All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much for your time once again. I know that this video is really long, but I really hope that the information was useful. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.